So you want to buy a house? Well, before you get too enamored with the idea, here are 3 things you need to work out before you get too far down the track. The first thing you need to do is figure out what all the purchase costs will be when buying a property. So purchase costs are things like stamp duty, legal fees, pest inspections, building inspections, lenders, mortgage insurance if you have to go down that track. All of these costs add up. And typically you're looking at somewhere between 5 and 10% of the value of the property. It's not a pretty picture, but it's important you know what these are, because that then brings us to the second thing you need to know. What sort of deposit do you have? So obviously if you're looking at your lump sum and you're going, wow, we've got a lot of money there, maybe we can now afford a house, you first need to take off all of the costs associated with buying a property, and then you're left with, well, this is how much deposit we've got. And this is really important. I recommend that all my clients have at least a 20% deposit. Firstly, that's a sensible thing to do. Should house prices start to come back, at least you've still got some equity in your home. But secondly, if you've got a deposit of less than 20%, you are going to be up for lender's mortgage insurance. And this can be tens of thousands of dollars. And what's worse is you're paying an insurance premium to protect the bank, not you. So where possible, you want to avoid this. Now, the next reason why we need to know what your deposit is because that will then determine how much of a mortgage you need. So if you've got a $400,000 house that you're looking to buy and you've got $80,000, so that's a 20% deposit, it means then that you're going to have to borrow $320,000. So our third point that you need to know before you buy a property, and this is by far the most important, is what size mortgage can we afford to buy, or can we afford to take on, without stretching the budget. I can't emphasize this enough. You need to know what can we truly afford to have as a mortgage. No, don't just go and look at, well, this is how much I'm paying in rent, so I can afford this much in mortgage. It is more expensive to own a home than it is to rent. So that comparison doesn't work. And you can't look at what the bank's willing to lend you, because typically they are willing to lend you way, way too much. So you need to take responsibility for yourself. You need to sit down and spend 3 or 4 hours working out what can we afford to buy for a house, what price can we afford, and what can we afford to take on as a home loan. Now, I've recently written a blog, and I've put the link to that below in our description. Go to that blog. It outlines the 10 steps that I take every single one of my clients through to help them work out exactly what they can afford to spend on a house. So there you have it. 3 things you need to know before you get too excited and before you get too far down the track of buying a house. Now, if you are interested in saving money, if you're interested in spending less, if you're interested in breaking the paycheck cycle or paying off debt or achieving lifestyle goals that are really important to you, can I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel? Every Tuesday and Thursday, we will release videos about managing your personal finances. So please, subscribe below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.